C1280, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only thing that came up for
12.
overheating. So
It says in line.
C 1280.
Okay, it's a 6-pin connector, but it's harness side generator.
Whee!
Oh,
We
pin
made
5,
it.
generator, alternator, load input. Pin 6 is the battery monitoring sensor. Pin 4 is the PCM.
it might just
Pin
be a
1.
wiring thing and not
Uh,
an
So
actual
why is it
overheat thing.
burping coolant out?
I
oh
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if
It's
that
got no airflow.
don't know if that's for a wiring issue or if that's for an actual overheat.
Okay, so what connector is that? That's what I'm trying to find.
Fellas. Yo. Uh Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. What you got a problem? You guys got a problem? Bring your problems and we're gonna fix them today. Compost, what's up, my dude? I was just talking about you today. I got you down. BP, what up, King Rancher?
Big t
Um,
Reverse
yeah, we're
parquet,
going
bumper,
over
license
some stuff here with
temp.
BFT. He's got a T250 that is overheating. And that led me to devote this live stream to problems and people with issues with their Super Duties. You guys have seen it, done it before. We've casually fixed some Super Duties here via the interwebs. And if you have them, what up, Tom Job? Um, if you have them, bring them. We're going to be talking recalls. If you got the VIN numbers, send them through. We can look up and see what's up with you. So yeah, well, I guess what is going on with everybody? Zoo Dad, what's up, brother? Um, I hope everybody's doing well. Good to be back. We have a well, we had a video on Tuesday, yesterday. This slow. Short work week has got me all messed up, and it was very interesting. A gentleman had found out about us from his cousin over on the East Coast. He was able to come back and see us here in the D, and kind of got through, checked out his wrecker, found some things that you're going to need some attention. But most importantly, a video that I'm going to be um, working on here just shortly is talking about the flat rate. And anybody who has been in the automotive industry either knows or has been affected by flat rate at some time. Both myself, CP, Ray, and BFT here are all been a victim, and
Recovery.
we are in recovery. And all I can really say is it's been a learning experience being on the outside, and it's very similar to coming. I'm using an analogy because it's not the same. Coming out of the service or coming out of prison, you're getting into another way of life that you've never experienced. So it's worth talking, and I think a lot of you guys have experienced it as well. J.R. Jeff and Roseanne, how are you guys? Hey, New York sucks. How are you? I suck. That's funny. Um, Mustang man, I don't have a Super D, but I have an OBS. I gotta do my RPR valve tomorrow. Is it gonna be a pain? Hell no. Yeah. That's not too bad at all. Um,
As long as you have a socket deep enough,
yeah. What is it? That is
inch and an eighth.
32 mil. I think it was the same size as the fuel filter socket for the 11 through 16s. Definitely, you're gonna need a deep socket. Don't have a lot of room in there, so um Mr. J Sanders, we got 2018 Ford 250 6.7 shuts down when climbing hills with a load and log a fault of a P0093. If you turn the ignition off, it'll start with no issues. 0093 FRP high,
Low.
low,
Or a few
low.
that's actually I think that's actually a fuel leak.
Let's see here. What is What is a 0093?
93
What is
should
the
be fuel rail
definition of that?
pressure low.
I think
Right.
it's considered a fuel leak, if I remember right.
Let's go to a 2018. 2018.
Control
F250.
F3. Fuel system detected leak, large.
Mm.
So that's either going to be injector, FRP, not FRP, but the PCV or the pump.
Mm-hmm. So,
Pinpoint test M.
yep. One of the things that I have found successful, I actually learned this from Cody. It was a big help in diagnosing one that I had at the shop. If you are able to disconnect all of the electrical connectors to the injectors, and if you are able to take the fuel return off the fuel filter and crank the engine over, if you have any fuel coming out of the return side, then you have something going on mechanically wrong with the injector. So you'd have to isolate to each bank, to the left bank or right bank, and then to each injector. Pinpoint test M and ME kind of can be a pain in the arse. It is something definitely going to need a scan tool for. Scan probably is going to be limited on some of the things that it's going to be able to view as far as parameters. IDS is, what you want. Brake Clean Mafia, yes. And this might be a situation where you might want to do the DCR and throw a driver's side rail on it. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be it. I rarely see issues with the actual injectors. These 6.7 injectors are usually pretty good. They're not like the 6.0 ones where we were replacing them all the time. But it's definitely worth doing pinpoint test M&M. So
I've definitely seen injectors cause it, so
what's this
They're
guy
not-
say?
they're not completely out of it, especially if it ate a lot of rust or water.
I forgot to prime my pump after draining my water separator on a scale of 1 to 10. How dead's my pump? I think you'd be fine. If there was a problem with it, you would not be running. I can tell you that. King Rancher. Bigger tire. 35s probably would fit nicely and not rub. Be very stockly looking. Ooh, yay. Dirty Max. Dirty Max. They drove it in. Oil grenade went off in the engine bay. Oil all over the place. Dumping diesel, all oil. Pull the dipstick diesel on it. Yummy. Sounds like
That's
a bad day. That's a bad day.
Is that a newer Duramax or an older Duramax?
We need details.
That's
We need details.
That's an
Yeah.
an expensive day.
I want to know how many zeros are on the end of that estimate.
How many decimal
evening.
places?
Multiple zeros.
I just bought a 15350 that has 43,000. Are there any issues with that year of 6.7? Is replacing my 02. With that thing went in flames last month. 15, cool. 350, cool. Are there any issues? I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I don't necessarily think there'd be issues. I mean, I see water pumps leak and hoses leak, but then again, 43,000 miles, I can't imagine there's a whole hell of a lot wrong with it. But that doesn't negate the fact that it's coming up on going to be 10 years old here. And
Been sitting a lot.
yeah, probably needs a little freshen up. So You should come on through. Come on through the D and let me get my hands on that 350 dialogue, which I'm thinking you meant dually. I hope. Okay, we need an opinion. Everybody listen up. An opinion on a 1667 that's been following the Richard Simmons will run into an issue where it will start to shift fourth. Rough and engage lockup hard. Clearing TCM resolves. Oof. Clearing the TCM codes? Clearing what? Clearing the memory? Clearing the cam? Clearing TCM what? I installed my DCR. Now it's so awesome. And my pusher, I told you. I told you. You're so bad. You're such a bad man.
So bad.
So bad. No, I did not convert anything from Sync 3 to Sync 4. I just talked about putting the big screen in the trucks that did not have it, but I was not going to pull my dash and do all that shit. So decided not to. But I know a lot of guys are on there doing, taking the XL trucks and making them platinums. And I mean, they look G. I legitimately don't have the time to do any of that kind of shit. I mean, I'd like to. I just don't have time.
That's a lot of work.
Uh-oh.
I keep seeing early 2000s trucks that are made to look like Raptors. Somebody's making grill kits for these things because they look like newer Raptors. Sort of.
Raptor. Oh, guy dropped his trimmer off. Took it to the dealership. Oh, 22S22, the planetary for the transmission. Ooh. Anything I should look for when I pick the truck up? Well, my first thing would be, obviously, I hope it looks like they've had the transmission out. There are a bunch of one-time use fasteners, and I'm talking about the drive shaft clamps, the drive shaft bolts, the transmission cross member 4 bolts and 4 nuts, the transmission mount 2 nuts. There are a lot of one-time use fasteners. So I would comb that mother over and make sure that there are clean, brand new looking fasteners. I can't imagine anybody's as clean as me, so I'm going to assume you're going to see transmission fluid by the fill plug and maybe the lines, and hopefully they put the heat shield back on, which is only on one side on the diesels, not on two like the gasoline. So all of those bolts on the trans pan are 8 mils. They should all be the same bolt. Hopefully they didn't jerk you around and it's got some Phillips screw in one and a bolt in another one. Like, what the fuck? No. I would ask them if they cleared cam. I'd ask them if they cleared any DTCs or anything that was set, or the transmission learned values. So now that when you get this truck back, it's going to be learning with the new parts and such. So clearing cam. Yeah, clearing cam. Okay. Clearing cam. Well, that's not gonna make no codes, no other issues. I don't know. I don't speak Richard Simmons, so I would probably venture to say that it's gonna have to have something to do with the food and dietary supplements that you're taking, and I cannot assist with that.
It's usually the problem with those anyways.
Uh-oh. 07550 found diesel in the coolant. Oh. Yep. Time for 2 heads.
Yep,
So
I just typed it
it's
in
the
there.
whole
Cracked
9
cylinder heads.
Yep. There it is right there.
Studs, heads, everything.
Ready to go traveling. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I can tell the future. Yep. They reused the fasteners and the cotter pins. You know what? I bet you they did. But In the workshop manual, Mr's name who asked me that question, I can't remember. In the workshop manual, there are pictures of the trash can and an arrow pointing to that bolt or fastener. That means that that bolt or fastener is supposed to go into the yellow trash can. That means discard and throw away. The new bolt should be on your truck, as well as it's not going to have any price. It's going to say no charge, but it should still have an itemized part description on the invoice, because all that material and information's got to go back to Ford because this is under warranty. You're not paying out of pocket for this. So all them parts, all them fasteners, all them one-time used bolts are going to be need to turn back in. They all need to be checked off. That's just how it works. Ask me because I know. I'm a member of the KYD and watch your video when you worked on Mark's truck. I have since bought Archoil. That's right. Go to archoil.com and make sure you use our code PTT so you can save some money. I don't think Mark, I think he put a link to his Amazon, which go to the Archoil site. Drips after run sitting. Who said something? I live on the east coast of Florida, and would any of you guys, CP or Ray, want to work on it? Well, that would be lovely. Yeah, one of us three could definitely get you dialed in. Runs good, but leaks a lot of oil. Ugh. Drips after run sitting. But hopefully it's 11 through 16 and a vacuum pump gasket, just like I did today. Because if it's not an oil
It's a
pan,
6 liter. Oh, 6
Oh.
liter.
is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking probably oil cooler if I were to guess on that. Probably got a lot of miles. That oil cool gasket's probably like 3 inches too big because it's all filled and absorbed all this oil. So you take them things out of the block and the gasket goes boing because it's freaking busts
It's time
right
for-
out of the.
It's time for a reseal anyways on it.
Yeah.
Pull the engine, reseal
Do
it.
that again, Aaron. Do that again, Aaron.
It's like those little tabs
Yeah,
on the
so-
back of the door that keeps it from
Yeah,
hitting the
door
wall. And it's
stoppers.
like
You made the sound.
But check this out, the 0660 from Florida. Could it possibly be that you could use your Fisher Price hand tools to take that thing apart?
It
Long
ain't
as it
got
hasn't
rust.
been it.
Yeah,
Long
there's
as it
no
hasn't
rust.
been in the ocean.
Man, you should have seen this freaking track bar ball joint I was doing today and making a video. I'm like, oh, this thing's just gonna slide right out when we take the ball joint press. And nope, I popped the stud right out of the ball joint. So now I got to show you guys how to get the sleeve of the ball joint out of the ear of the axle so that you can press in the new ball joint. It was like, well, thank you, Michigan. Yes, that covalent bond of rust has successfully glued us in. Whoop-de-doo.
Do you know
I mean-
we do have rusted out vehicles? There's two types of rusted out vehicles in Florida. Those are the ones that immigrated here for sanctuary. And then there's some of
Fair
the
enough.
ones on the East Coast where they let them drive them on the beach. Those ones, yeah, they let people park their cars on the beach on the Atlantic side. So if you don't rinse it off, it'll probably rot your frame out to nothing.
Well, we can't forget the pool trucks, the S10s and the Rangers and the Colorados.
Oh yeah, the pool trucks. There's not a pool truck in the state of Florida that's 2 years old that has a frame left.
He was cussing us out, Ray.
Who was?
Aaron.
Why?
In his mind, he was cussing us out
Oh,
because we don't
yeah, I
do
saw
it
the
like
look on
he
his
does.
face.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, what do we do? Oh yeah, we existed in not Michigan. I forgot.
I mean, one of the shops I worked at, I had to teach him how to use the torch. I was the youngest guy there, and I was the only one who knew how to use torches.
That was the first two things I was asked. I asked Ray when I first went to shop. I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, dude, where's your freaking heaters at, man? You ain't got no heaters? He's like, we don't need no freaking heaters, man.
No,
I'm
there's
like,
no
"Oh,
heaters. No.
I guess you really don't. All right, well, where's Dang, where's your torches at? We don't need those stinking torches for real. As he's casually pulling in an '88 Mustang to take out the fuel pump and tank with effortless, like
You
I
were
just,
so
I still
pissed. You're
can't,
like,
I
dude,
can't comprehend this, bro.
I had it on the rack, man. You came over like 15 minutes later and the fuel tank's down. You're like, what are you doing? I was like,
I know.
what? He goes, what have you done? I go, I took the fuel tank out. And you're like, how? And I'm like, I unbolted it. What? Like what? I don't understand. He's like, you mean the bolts came out and the straps didn't break and the frame is still there? And I'm like, well, yeah. And it just didn't dawn on me. Yeah, they're just normal here.
I will say though, learning slowly from that kind of environment, the plastics, it's different. Like under here, over up here, the plastics it's a different heat. The plastics down there, I mean, you better not even so as much touch that with a pair of pliers because it's going to be
Mhm.
non-existent. You better
Oh,
hope
yeah,
your fingers don't ruin it, you know?
You
Three or-
look at it wrong.
3 or 4
It's-
years, plastic and rubber's done.
He just got done telling
I
me
told
like
him it too.
20
But be careful.
You
Be careful
literally
with the
said, watch
pla-
out for all those plastic hoses. And
Oh
you're like,
my
oh,
gosh.
okay. Snap. He broke it right off immediately.
You're
Be
looking at me.
careful.
Like literally just to fuck that. You made plastics. Like, come on, I got this fucking plastic. Like
No joke down here.
melted. It is no joke.
I need
Is
air
it-
conditioning. I've decided we're gonna get like a 10,000 square foot building and then have air conditioning inside of our giant shop. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
You should see
baby.
my you'll see my hood louvers and what the sun's done to them just in the time I've owned it.
My AC's finally fixed in my shop. It's 64 degrees in there again.
Is it common for a
Finally.
CPS to go out on a 7.3?
I told him keep 2 of them in his glove box.
Yeah. Have you guys tried to get South Main Auto on here? We have, but maybe
He's
one
a
day.
busy guy. He's a busy guy. Plus, we're up at 10 o'clock at night, and I think he goes to bed early.
I mean, that's cool.
Eric's watching. He's gonna be like, I forgot. Never mind. Oh, are you calling me old? That was the joke. Yeah. Because I said I said he went to bed. I'm like, yeah, if he was watching, he'd say, you're calling me old.
I feel old.
I feel old.
Uh-oh.
My knee is worse.
Your knee is worse?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Yeah, it's like first it was achy for a while, and then I was like, I'm gonna go get this looked at. And then like 2 days before I went over there, it stopped being achy, and now it's really achy. Yeah, and I'm like, man, I already know.
Hey, Ray.
There's like nothing left inside of it, guaranteed. I'm gonna get a
Hey, Ray.
metal one. Yeah,
Put your hand on the table. Smack it with a hammer.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you won't worry about your knee anymore.
Well, it's not that I don't care that it's kind of achy because that doesn't bother me. What I would like to not happen is it fully doesn't work as a functioning knee
Yeah.
anymore in like the next 5 or 6 years. So that's kind of where my head's at.
Is it like when you say achy, do you feel like grinding in it, or is it just like sore?
No,
achy
it's
kinda
just
sore.
it's like just a dull pain under the kneecap.
Yeah, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
done. It's done.
Is this what we
Yeah.
have to look forward to?
Metal legs.
Yes.
I am a robot. I have
am
a
a robot.
robot.
You're a robot. to be
Don't
honest.
be mad at us. When you get metal
let's-
legs.
I was thinking of getting metal legs. It'll be risky, but totally worth
Yeah,
it.
I want to get.
Hey,
metal
JP.
legs.
How did he see me?
Mr. 556, or also known as 223. 2019
Freedom.
F-150 27 Eco 114. When I first got it, it was ripping. fast, dead quiet on idle, and 18.5, almost 20 miles a gallon. And now I'm hearing almost some tapping on idle. Seems like missing some power and miles per gallon. Yikes. I didn't usually work on those, but I'm trying to think. I remember them doing something to those things all the time. 2.7, weren't they having something wrong with like the pistons in the cylinder? I thought they were having something, not oil consumption. They had something. It was a 2.7 EcoBoost um in the edge. And they had to put motors in them. I wonder if I'm just
What?
speculating. I don't know if your
What are you
2.7 is a
talking about?
candidate. Dude's got 2019 2.7 who's got some low on power, tapping on idle, and doesn't seem like it's as fast as
In
it was
fifth,
once.
in 15, I remember I had to do engines in the F-150 that had the 2.7 in them because if a customer complained about the low oil pressure light came on one time, it got an engine. They wanted them back to see why. I know on the newer ones, they're not having that issue. That was mainly like a 15 and 16. 17 didn't have that problem. So I don't know if his maybe a PCM reprogram or I don't know. Got a VIN?
I do not, unless he wants to display it. We'll be happy to look. Mr. Kyle, that
Robo.
was a Donaldson and the Donaldson clear bowl as well. I have metal knees. I was in the grocery business and became I am a robo clerk.
Robo clerk.
Ouch. What do you think they're gonna do? Like, okay, so your knee, you go get a shoulder, dude, you get your fucking hip replaced. I don't know. Do they replace ankles? I don't know.
I'm
They
I'm just gonna
replace
like, dude, turn me into
elbows.
Wolverine.
Like, what about do they replace fingers? Like, I have this middle finger and it bothers me. I'm not I'm not being mean, but like it hurts me. I have arthritics. But like what happens when like the joints in your fingers fail? Like, can you get something like better than what you got?
If they make them, they could probably put finger joints in there.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they can do hips and knees, and I think they got fake shoulders too.
Dog,
They do got shoulders.
if I could ante up and get a couple like new knuckles, not like all my knuckles, but if I could just like swap out a couple knuckles, bro, I'm thinking
Wait,
quality of
you need
life's
like a
gonna be
whole
better.
knuckle kit and be like, yeah, I want this knuckle now.
Could you get, what if we got like both shoulders, both hips, both knees, and both ankles, and then like metal hands? Like, do you think that's possible, or would the body just give up existing?
Oh,
Because you're like part android.
dude, my
At
hand
that
doc,
point.
she's smoking hot. That's funny. There are
I'm
also
gonna ask these
prosthetics.
questions.
What's the best Milwaukee tool? M12 by far, and then next up M18, but M12 is
M12
shoot.
Insider long neck ratchet.
Woo.
3 ratchets in
Hey,
one.
hey y'all. Wanted to circle back and update you on the turbo failure on my 23 high output Ford rejected warranty repair. Now have to pay $7,500 to fix. What? Why did they reject? Are you the dude that said you put the aftermarket air filter in and they rejected your warranty because of that or something? Am I vaguely, they're saying the S&B intake kit caused the failure. Be warned that installing an aftermarket intake may really bite you in the butt. Well, my first question is, How long was this filter on your truck, and how many times did you clean it? Because these filters require attention just like other filters. I don't know if you put it on and forgot about it, or if we didn't. I don't know. There's a lot of questions I have. I just I don't know what it looked like. Thank you, mister. I appreciate you. Very curious.
I
It
mean,
can
if
be
it looked
done.
clean, I mean, if it looked clean, I would have not even looked at it and just moved on with life. Put it on there under warranty. But these dealers are looking for anything to get out of warranty these days, so
And clean 3 times. Hmm. Hey, you know what? Do me a favor. I'm curious, and I know a lot of us would be curious. I don't know. I am going to assume if they had to open up a case that they would have to take some pictures. I feel that those pictures should be at your disposal. Nonetheless, if you have access to your truck, and I'm assuming the air filter and shit's
but
not on your truck, take a picture of the turbo. If they didn't put anything back together, what are they saying failed? I want to see. It is messed up. Lots of dirt came through. S&B now has the filter testing it. Really? Well, good for you. Call S&B and tell them. That's
I
very
mean,
I do
the
have
dealer
pictures.
the dealer is the one that makes the final decision, not Ford. So I mean, pin
Mm-hmm.
that pin that on your dealer, not Ford.
Mm-hmm. B Nixon, email is in the description of every video. It's in the about page on the channel, unless you already know how to get hold of me. Send those over. I want to see that with 23 turbo, especially. S&B better. And then you know what you do? You take that S&B out and you get yourself a Banks and get rid of that S&B. I had the S&B in my truck, and then I had an opportunity to put the Banks in, and you could see the difference in the air filter, the quality, the filter media, considerably different. Um, and yes, dealerships be screwing the customers, techs, and everyone. Yes, that is 100% facts. Hey, the 6.4 I'm working on. That's not how you start a question. Hey, the 6.4 I'm working on. The new lifters are making a clicking noise. When I borrowed the engine over, is that normal? I did soak them oil. How are you noticing that? Like, you got the cab off and everything, and the heads are off, and you're borrowing the engine over? Or, like, when are you hearing this clicking noise? Everything assembled?
3 liters make a clicking noise when you bar them over.
Yo, what up, Mr. Dan? Hey. We got a VIN here for the F-150.
It's too short according to my PTS.
Looks like we need
We're missing a digit.
we're missing a digit. Making them prove is one thing. How do you get them to accept that they have to prove it? I go in, get told to
Warranty and
pound sand.
policy manual.
Yeah,
Yep.
you call Ford customer care.
Yep.
Warranty and
And
policy manual. Just shove
yeah,
it in their face.
A lot of people don't know. See, the rhetoric is you buy a vehicle, right? You have one. I have warranty for 3 years. I bought the extended gold platinum uranium package. I have coverage. You take your vehicle and you dump it off. Out of sight, out of mind. It's not my fucking problem. It's the deal. They made that son of a bitch. I'm drop. Hey, that's fine. So we get the brunt of everything. You're gonna drop it off in your repair order A, B, C, D, E, F, G, L, M, N, O, P. Like, we get this. Why you got 26 lines? I'm like, what the hell? This truck's brand new. All right, fine, whatever. There are rules that we have to follow. All right. Ford has this. It's called the Ford Warranty and Policy Manual. Each year it gets revised. Each year shit gets removed, shit gets added. They got lawyers that they pay a lot of money to make sure that they have everything as clear and vaguely, verbally written so that everybody's on the same page. So just because you guys decide to put this nonsense that actually serves a purpose. that actually works. Pedal monsters, fuel tanks, pusher intakes, DCRs, bank stiff covers. Just because we're putting this stuff on your truck doesn't mean your warranty is voided. That's not how it works. Every Super Duty that is manufactured comes with a nice little white label directly over the radiator on that little plastic core support cover that says, I'm paraphrasing, that any vehicle and any modification made to this vehicle that has caused a Ford part to fail is going to be on you. That means if you put this part in and it caused that Ford part to fail, well, it's not Ford's problem that that part failed. It's your problem because that part caused Ford part to fail. So it's not going to be warranty. It doesn't mean that just because it's installed on your vehicle means that your warranty is void. That's not how that works. There is a big case, the Magnuson-Moss Act. Look it up, and it will go into great detail, explain to you guys. There's people, dealership personnel that probably don't know about that, and it's very important that you make sure your dealership is upholding these rules, because there are a lot of rule bending that the dealership does to make the repairs in their favor so that their scores and monetary values that they're allotted every month does not get affected. So you tiptoe the line, you tiptoe how you want to tiptoe. You tiptoe, you better make sure it's fair for the customer. You tiptoe, you better make sure it's fair for Ford Motor Company. You tiptoe, you better make sure it's fair for all parties involved. And it brings up another mention that you should be asking to inspect your parts. Did they really install those parts? If those parts are too heavy to put in your vehicle or too messy or have a core, have to go back to the manufacturer, there is a window of time that you're actually allowed to inspect those parts. I don't care if it's warranty or not. You are still by law, at least Michigan State Repair Act law, you're allowed to inspect all of those components. Try asking. Try asking your repairing dealer, even if it's warranty. I want to see those parts that came off my truck, and let's see if they can produce them. It doesn't matter if they're warranty or not. Yeah, send them back, but I am allowed to inspect those parts. I'm not going to take them apart and bring it out to my truck and spin it in a microscope. I want to see what was removed. I want to see the gaskets and everything that's being sent back. Very, very okay to ask that. That's not out of the ordinary. Rule bending? Never. Exactly. Obviously, the dealership's going to try to make more money and not follow the rule book. That's the key word right there. They're going to try to make more money and not follow. They're going to follow the rule book, but they're going to tiptoe right on that spiral binder on each part of that spiral. Yeah, they're in the book, but they're right on the edge of the book. Seen it, been there, done it. I see it. I've been around it. It doesn't happen at just one store, brother. You know how many Ford stores there are in the United States? At least 3,000, 3,500 stores. It could be more. Every one of them do it. Guaranteed.
They're supposed to err on the side of the customer, but they don't.
That's what they say.
That's what they're supposed to do. But
I hate corporate. I hate corporate. Corporate sucks. Corporate sucks.
They
All
do.
corporate sucks. And that's true. They don't like you. And they sure as hell don't like me.
That may have been the greatest line you've ever spoken. They don't like you, and they don't like me.
Damn shame. Really is.
I don't know. They shell
Um,
out the CRC shells out a lot of money to non-warrantable stuff. They shell out a lot.
The house always wins. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, I never looked at it like that. You know what? The house always wins. Oh, gosh, that just really hit home, man. For real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is why I bring my truck to Independent Garage. You damn straight. I welcome all of the indie guys to take in anything they can from dealers. Yep, you got corporate Friday's job and repair is actually on a 23 with 28,000 miles, who no longer wants to go to the dealership for his warrantable concern, which I'm like, dude, you know you got warranty. I'm not going back to that fucking dealership. Okay, buddy, I can get you scheduled in here at the beginning of September. He's coming in. I want to make a video on it. We're going to talk about why he's got this noise in his 23. I don't get a lot of 23, so I'm anxious to see what exactly is going on, because if it's something that is going to be a common occurrence, I want to let you guys know that this could be a potential issue for you. No high fructose corn syrup. No, no,
We definitely don't want to open a shop by Chicago.
no.
Well, I see what
no.
Anthony's saying, because King Ranch said Mexican Coke is the bomb. I mean,
Yes,
that's pretty open-ended right there.
Mexican Coke is
I mean,
the bomb.
no, I would not get Coke from Mexico.
No, I'm just messing with him.
These ones.
Mm-hmm. These are my favorite. Straight from Monterey. Look, we all got the Mexican stuff tonight.
That's because they don't put the corn syrup in it.
They actually put cane sugar in it.
Yes, it's a way to not be killed as slowly by the food supply.
The drink, gentlemen. We're in Texas. Texarkana. Talking about the
Shout out to
drink,
Mexico.
King Ranch, Yellow Rocker Arms, Tune, got ripped hard from Costco. You know, I love Costco. Costco, and I just told one of the employees there, and I caught him kind of caught him off guard. He was like wiping the metal area by where like the fucking straws and where you sit down and eat, the little cafeteria area. And he's an older black gentleman, and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir." I'm like, "I just want to say something to you. I know you're an employee, and I'm a consumer, and I don't know how often you eat here, but dude, you guys got some damn good pizza." And he's like, "I know, man, it's good. All right, you have a good day." Shit was so good, bro. Just fair warning, Mexican Coke is potent, especially when it's cold. That
The
bite.
Sprite is so much crisper than American Sprite.
Have you had the squirt? I got that at Racetrack. Man, kind of impressed.
I want to try to find the Dr. Pepper and not have to pay $70 for a 24-pack.
Nope, still ain't seen that.
Yeah, it is pretty lame that Costco doesn't have diesel. He's right.
No door chime when open and have a B and remote start doesn't work and the window hold down with the key fob. I don't know what B101 F1 code is. No door chime when open. Maybe you got a bad left door jar switch, maybe? And it thinks the door's open, so maybe that's why the remote starts. I don't know. We gotta do some diag for that. Bunch of broken wires on them steel body trucks, man. Right in them sills. Okay, guys, new to the 6.7. Welcome. Got a 2013 at the cab heat warms up within 2 city blocks of startup. Okay, cool. Coolant level is good. My old 6.0 took forever to warm up. Is this normal? Uh-huh.
My Land Rover
Casco
warms
lame.
up. My Land Rover's almost warmed up by the time I get to the end of my road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't buy a hot dog, Pepsi, and a pizza every time you go to Costco, you're missing out. Mountain Dizzy. Let me get one of them pepperonis folded in half. See me out the door. Told her, don't even look on my receipt for them pepperoni pizzas, man, because they gone. I was hungry. So just go ahead and cross it off because you ain't gonna don't be looking for it. They're gone. Mexican squirt's the best. Oh yeah. Yep, got the Mexican theme going on. Yours truly. I mean, Rod, I know I don't look talk, but I'm adorned with the Mexican blood. Some Costco's do have diesel. Oh, really? Oh, really? My Costco doesn't even sell diesel motor oil. What? Come on. This is door wiring.
And you have
Yeah,
a
but
wimpy Costco if there's no diesel oil. Hmm.
We don't even have a Costco yet.
you don't have
Do
a
you have
Costco yet?
do you have Buc-ee's?
No. Bucky's is in South Carolina, and Bucky's is way overrated. I hate that place.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
No, it's not.
They have good beef jerky, all 47 flavors.
My
It's
seventh
way too
read
many
takes
flavors
20
for beef
minutes to
jerky.
eat.
I like it because I don't have to worry about the diesel nozzle not fitting the filler neck.
That is true.
If it's my
Uh,
filler neck.
I've never had the opportunity to fill up at a high flow truck stop pump thingy. Like it goes so fast, you gotta check it out. I'm like, I don't ever
It's
go.
amazing. Yeah, 45 seconds. You're good.
What up, Chris? What up, Chris? For real?
So it's just like your tank's full. Like it's fast, dude.
I think they're filling up hundreds of gallons. We're only filling up maybe 50.
As a Texan, Bucky's is overrated. Okay, as a Texan, I'm sorry, I'm not a Texan. As
Yeah,
a
but
Michigander, from somebody who is not from Texas, I highly want to go to Texas to try your guys' overrated Texas State Fair where you got all them fried foods and all that little shit. You walk around, it's like all day eating, walking, and do that's what I want to do. So, as somebody on the outside looking in, y'all got it going on.
Texas is the country we all wish we could be.
I
Yeah,
mean,
y'all got your own
I
power
was
grid.
I was in Texas for almost a month. Kinda feel like it's overrated.
What,
It-
Texas?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I even got a freaking toll violation for the freaking trailer.
But there's different
What?
parts of Texas.
I got family that lives there. I live there. It's way overrated. It's big. Just put it that way.
Iowa State
It
Fair
is
is the
big.
best. Oh shit! I guess we're gonna have to. We gotta prove some people which one's better, man. Texas in general is overrated. That's funny. We need to get Fluffy on here. Fluffy,
Well,
you need.
we went from yay Mexico, now we're hating Texas. Like, what's
At least
happening?
it's not
I
Chicago.
love Texas. I mean, I love Australia. Australia's the best.
That's one place I haven't been. I want to go.
I'm gonna go there when the 3 liters start needing timing belts, and I'm gonna start doing timing belts on Rangers and Everests.
If Dave 76 can hook us up with some super duties out in the outback.
No, you have to work
I'll have
on
to go.
3 liters.
Are we allowed in? Are they still not letting people in if you don't have the jabby jab?
According to their website, you can come in without the
You can
jab.
come in now? Okay.
All right, so we got the he's got prior approval printout too. So we have a picture of the turbo. This guy's from Idaho.
Why is there prior
This
approval?
I have no idea.
There's no prior
Wait.
approval anymore.
Well, that's what this was filled out. Diesel component decision assistant process, prior approval. I got P&A code. This is done the 19th of Augie. Customer states squealing noise from Toibo. Cab is off the truck. For what?
What?
Oh, for Christ's sakes, man. As soon as I read that, I know exactly why this isn't going the way it should be, because these freaking people, whoever's at 08185, shouldn't be working on this.
Wait,
Inspect
he's
the
got the
vehicle,
cab on
found,
through a turbo?
yeah, found
Oh my
aftermarket
God.
What?
intercooler tubes,
my
found
God.
aftermarket fuel system, found aftermarket fuel tank, found aftermarket lift kit, found aftermarket
Damn, he's a
crankcase, filter,
freaking snitch.
inspected turbo,
Oh.
found aftermarket air system has let extreme amount of dirt in the turbo, was told to remove turbo, but to be able to do this, I had to pull the cab of the truck because of the modifications. What? I couldn't get the turbo out with the cab on. Had to put the wiring for the aftermarket power steps and the aftermarket airbag system. Got turbo removed and found turbo fins bent from dirt hitting it. Front of turbo is covered in dirt and turbo inlet is covered. I will send pictures and I wiped the turbo to show how much dirt. Major
Man,
damage, all in caps lock. Major damage was done to the truck from aftermarket parts, but customer wants covered under factory Ford warranty.
what a snitch.
Hello, Trampus. That's the guy. Hello, Trampus. What a ding dong. Well, Mr. Nixon, I apologize that you have to deal with this. I am very, very curious as to what S&B is going to do. This is what the body of his email says. I'm working on handling the situation the best I can. So this information mostly is us to nerd out on. I went to the dealership and spoke with the assistant service manager the other day and spoke with another manager at a competitor dealership, mostly to educate myself. It was very helpful to understand the dealership charges Ford for this repair. If Ford investigates the case and finds the customer should have been responsible, money can be lost. So I understand the things from the business and budget perspective. I am open to the possibility that after cleaning my filter, I may have missed something, but at this point, I'm going to install the stock filter component. So if anything else happens, they can't blame me. My truck is sitting at the dealership with the new turbo waiting for the bureaucracy to give a green light to do the repair. S&B. Feel free to share my story. Please don't put any personal information, and we don't know what dealership you're at anyway. So kind of unfortunate. I see the S&B kind of, I wish I had more light in that tube. I don't know who took the picture. If
Can we see it?
yeah, maybe Snaggletooth Dunce took the picture, but definitely not a picture I would appreciate. Like we need some more
So,
light,
so the
like right
truck
here.
shows up at the dealership and the turbo's full of mud. Is that kind of where we're at here? I mean,
Yeah, I
it
guess
sounds
so.
like the guy. It sounds like the guy that got a hold of that was pissed.
Mhm.
Because he's
Zoom
like,
in on that, Aaron.
because he's going. There's all
Sorry,
this stuff
sorry.
on this truck, and it made my life hard. And now I'm going to complain about it and ask for some extra time.
Hmm.
Because
So
he
here's the
focused.
math. This has got to be the part we're looking at that's going into the engine. Like there's another snorkel that fits right here that goes to the turbo. This end right here would be the air filter side. So this crap right here, I mean, I don't,
That's hard to tell.
it is.
Mhm.
It really is. I'm glad that you contacted S&B most definitely because that okay, here we go. We got a here's the vid of the dirty turbo. Can I view this? Let's see. Ooh, can I? Ooh,
Ooh, it's
can we watch
downloading.
this? Oh, we can. Hold on. It's 15 seconds. Hold on. Let me go to stop share. Okay, let me go to share. Media player, sound. Okay, here we go. This is the video of the dirty filter. Okay, can you guys see that? Here we go.
Mhm.
Okay, it doesn't look too bad to me. I say that looks average. Big deal. It's got a dent in it. All right. Whoop-de-doo.
Mhm.
Okay. Whoop-de-doo.
I
It
don't
doesn't look
see
like it's
anything
over
on.
oiled.
I
Rewatch that again. I would say it's under oiled, if anything.
that looks just like any other oiled filter
Yeah.
that I've ever seen.
Interesting. Very interesting. B, uh, here is the video of the dirty turbo. Yep. Well, B Nixon, I I shoot, I wish you luck trying to figure that out. I'm really curious to see what old SOB is gonna say.
They're not going to have much to say about it because that filter's fine.
But he had aftermarket
I mean, I'm
stuff on.
speculating, but I wouldn't think that they would go, oh yeah, this totally proves that our filter blew up a turbo.
We are forensic analysts now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a VIN back for the F-150. Is this got all the VIN characters?
KFC 22347.
A prelude pump on the HO motors. No, Andrew. Thank you, B Nixon. Andrew, that is, I made a video a while back. Maybe I need to revisit this for the newer truck. Same thing, same concept, same part, same turbo. If you look on the passenger side of your turbocharger, you're in the middle of the engine valley, directly to the top of the turbo is the actuator, and there is a rod that goes from the top of the actuator down to the vanes of the turbo. And what happens is when you shut the truck off, it does a vane sweep, and you'll see the lever come up, and there's a rod that comes straight down. So it's going, and it's actuating these veins in the turbo, just cleaning, just I don't know what the brothers and sisters with the 4-year degrees from
All it is a vein sweep. Make sure it's not
Yeah.
stuck.
what their reasoning is for it. But that's what it is. And then also the clicking, click, 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 from the back of the vehicles is the DEF. It's actually emptying the line and sending all that DEF back to the tank. So everything's
So
normal.
so it doesn't freeze and crack your line.
Because those heaters are only working when the key is on. Let's see here. Let's go back to PTS. Let's see here if I can pull this VIN up now. Error, invalid VIN. What are we doing?
Error.
The sign was so cool, I was expecting a.
KFC. Oh, here we go. Twenty 2019. JG. JG Wentworth.
877 cash now.
Eight.
Do you guys still have those commercials?
Oh yeah.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Looks like he went over there to the Nativity Ford dealership over there in yonder. Got a bunch of trans work done. Damn.
Trans.
114,000 miles. 114,000 miles. What do we got with this thing here? We got base care. We got base care warranty till 147. And then you got the maintenance package too. Dude bought the maintenance package. Dang. Okay. Okay. Expires. Oh. Oh, it already expired. Oh, it already expired. Expiration date for your base care is 2/17/27 or 147,000 miles, whichever occurs first. Let's see. June, you had some trans work, and then looks like you did some seatbelt inspections for December of 23. Let's see, TSBs here. We got EcoBoost with codes for cats. No, I ain't gonna be you. 2727 EcoBoost with a 0096 in the PCM, 27 with the engine coolant over temp. Brief deceleration. 27 excessive white or blue smoke from the exhaust. What does that say?
Are you under start, run, move? TSBs?
No, I just clicked TSBs first and just going down.
Go to start, run, move.
Start, run, move. And then would you click on?
Go to moving and then accelerating. Screen share.
Accelerating? Where's my Zoom session? There it is. Screen share. Boom. Boom. Ratcheting.
Are you under acceleration? Go to running, moving. Yeah, moving.
Moving. Acceleration. There's acceleration. Failed emissions testing. Starting.
Running.
Running.
Or it's either, it might be under moving. Oh, you already went to moving, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, we only have these right here anyway. So 4x4 grinding, trans. That might be something that they might have to do, a compression test or a cylinder leakage test. I don't know if you're using oil. I mean, that might be something that you might want
Go back. Oh, sorry. You got
back
off.
to. Go back to what?
Go back. Go back. Go. Driving performance. Lack, loss of power. Acceleration. No.
Long block. Talk about long blocks. Direct injected, ignition coil driver. Oh, that's it. Not a whole hell of a lot. Don't really.
There are
Didn't
no
really
known
get-
concerns.
Didn't really
Nope.
get too many of those. Just the Super Duties. Now you damn sure ain't getting a 2.7 in one of them things. I can assure you of that.
I only work on the F-150s with compression ignition, so
What up, Xavier? Yeah, we are. Reach out to one of us. Emails and all of our descriptions of the videos. I guess we'll end it here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Tail end I do cars. We appreciate you, but we're gonna get this after partying, and talk about what we have coming up here in these next wonderful months, holidays, end of the year, trips, everything's going on. Everybody's busy. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to reach out. You guys need anything? We talked about a lot of stuff tonight. If you didn't catch anything, again, reach out and we will try to get you take care of. We'll see you guys.